right, so now we're going to transition from the Walmart closings and thefts and the teen takeovers on social media to something else that I find very interesting, and it's kind of a little bit on the alarming side. And I don't know if it's just me, but I've been seeing a lot of videos about hospitals closing. A lot of hospitals closing. And a lot of the hospitals, I mean, it varies from different places in the United States. I don't know about in other countries, but I know here in the United States, I've been coming and hearing things that hospitals are closing in certain, what they call vulnerable communities, vulnerable areas of, you guessed it, minorities, where minorities live. Okay, they describe them as uninsured or underinsured communities in which it is mixed, but there are a lot of older people who depend on those healthcare facilities and those hospitals to be there because they no longer drive, or because they're close. Okay, they're close to where they live. So if they need any kind of medical attention, it's right there. Those types of healthcare facilities and agencies and actual hospitals are just closing. And when they close, it's just like a lot of times the people look totally shocked. Like they are like, what is this? Like, when did that happen? And one particular facility, I forget what state it's in. I want to say it's someplace, it might be in Texas. It employed 800 staff members. What happened to those staff members? And it had been in existence for at least 40 years. And people were outside of the hospital, like looking in, like, what just happened here? And then I saw another one of a lady. She had just given birth. She had a new baby, but something had occurred or happened in which she couldn't feed her child. I don't know, she had like an infection in her breast or something, and she needed help for herself as well as her baby. And she went to what she thought was still a workable hospital, only to find out that it was closed. Now, she could gain access to the hospital. It looked like there were some people there, but there was no workable staff. It looked like they were just cleaning it out. And I think she asked someone, and they told her to Google another hospital, which was like, okay. And she did, but it was so far out that she had to drive to, like, as Miss Mary would say, Plum Nelly, to get to it. And then I'm just seeing a bunch of stuff online, and hearing people talking that this is happening. It's increasing. It's increasing. What is happening to the hospitals in the United States? Why are they closing? Why are they closing? I don't get it. At such an alarming rate. And even the people who cover it, one particular news feed was saying that, outlet was saying that they had been following this trend for 8 months, the last 8 months. Have people stopped needing hospitals, so they're closing them? What is the deal here? I don't get what this is. But what I find another interesting part is what I noticed in my neck of the woods is that they are opening more blood plasma and blood banks. So my question is, do we need more blood plasma and more blood banks, which are also people, the professionals, not myself, have said they've seen an uptick, an increase over the years in what? Vulnerable communities, meaning communities that are inhabited by people of Black and brown and other minority descent. So we don't need hospitals in our communities, but we do need blood plasma and blood banks. Can anyone explain that to me? Why would that be? Don't need a hospital. We don't need a healthcare facility because you're closing them. But we need more blood plasma and blood banks. That don't sound right. That actually sounds really creepy to me. I'm going to be honest with you. Why would that be? Now, I know what you're saying. Of course, it's about money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Okay? Money, money, money. Okay? And this is the money maker. Okay? Maybe hospitals are no longer the money makers. Clearly, maybe that's my answer. So you're going to take them away. Okay? And like a gentleman who is an EMT, he's saying that this is happening, and he has some frustrations because he's having to drive people, of course, further distances to get to the hospital. So as you have already figured out, is that, I don't want to say it, but if the hospital that you originally would go to is no longer there and you got to drive, I don't know, to West Hell to get to a hospital, the likelihood of you surviving, depending on what's wrong with you, is decreased substantially. I don't want to be negative. So who is making these choices? Who's doing this? Who's deciding this? To close the hospitals in vulnerable communities, but increase the blood plasma and blood banks. I'm not feeling the love here. Is that because of the thefts? What is that about? What's the reason? What's the cover story for this? Do you see a trend here? Do you see the grocery stores are going bye-bye and it says because of the thefts? And like I said, I'm not saying that it's not thefts. I'm not saying that. But now you're taking away the hospitals. But no one's supposed to think there's something fishy or strange or weird here that's got even half of a brain, maybe a half that they may be left from the frontal lobe from the lobotomy that they may have had. Okay, something ain't kosher, something ain't right. Okay, I gotta go to the Ebonics now and say it ain't. Okay, it ain't. No proper English here. Okay, and it's in certain neighborhoods where the people like me live. Okay,